Let's begin with this report from CBS News titled, U.S. has used almost all of its long-range missiles, sources say. So listen carefully, because military analysts are warning that such a depletion could raise serious questions and concerns about readiness, deterrence, and America's ability to respond to future conflicts.
Yes.
Particularly regarding, Russia or China. Here's the video. Let's take a look.
Sources tell CBS News that the U.S. has used virtually all of its global stockpile of long-range missiles, specifically Army tactical missile systems and precision strike missiles, in Operation Epic Fury. So, we have depleted reserves of offensive weapons. We were already talking and worrying about defensive interceptor shortages, and an Iranian-backed proxy in Yemen sinking an Indian-flagged vessel. How do we add these things up, or can we?
If I could go to the munitions, this is really the story starts in the 1990s. With the end of the Cold War, the U.S. Defense Industrial Base was greatly shrunk.
Peace dividend, I remember it, I covered it.
Peace dividend, yeah. And so we had just-in-time production for a lot of stuff in the global economy, including for munitions. If you're bombing pickup trucks in Iraq and Afghanistan, you don't need huge stockpiles. But now with the return of major power war with Ukraine, with Iran, we do need these larger stockpiles. And so we knew we had a problem even before this report, but this report confirms it.
And the confirmation of that report has genuine operational implications, does it not? And not just in this theater. You've got to know China is paying attention to this.
That's right. The biggest security threat the Department of War thinks about is a Chinese invasion of Taiwan. That could be a major...
And our ability to deter it or counteract it.
That's right. And so we've given a lot of and sold a lot of munitions to Ukraine. We're using a lot of munitions right now in Iran. And so if China were to invade Taiwan tomorrow, the Department of Defense wouldn't be ready.
So the report's highlighting a major strategic concern in Washington, maintaining enough precision weapons basically for a prolonged conflict. And analysts quoted by CBS point to years of reduced defense production after the Cold War. And they're arguing here that the U.S. military may now face challenges rebuilding these stockpiles while actually dealing with multiple global commitments.
Yes.
This actually raises a wider question about strategic planning, because if a military enters a major war without sufficient reserves, then the debate is actually shifting from battlefield success to long-term preparedness to begin with.
It also puts more pressure, Seema, on policy makers to explain whether the scale and the duration of the conflict match the original expectations or the plans that they kept from the beginning.